almost done with this Turtle Fleece thing. Got tomorrow yet, and that's it. I am almost done with the last of the 4 bobbins that I'm spinning too, so I'm going to finish that up today. Going to try and apply the hot pink silk, and that probably will be the stream. But anyway, hi, how are you doing? Happy weekend. It's Saturday. I have to move right there. One finger. Right there. That black and white thing? Okay, that's the cat sleep. And right before I started streaming, he was snoring. And I was laughing, but you know, it got me to thinking, do most animals snore? You know? So I actually Googled it, and it's a mammal thing, okay, because of our way our throats are made, right? And the way we evolved. But the thing that caught my eye the most, I'm going to read you. The question is, does snoring have a purpose? You know, we just figure it's just something that happens. And it says, it seems like an evolutionary mistake. Okay, yeah, right. It's just the way things are built. But they are thinking that the snorer provides auditory stimulus to those around them, fragmenting sleep and increasing alertness of their group, allowing themselves both sleep and protection. So the next time your significant other wakes you up ponderously snoring, just stay awake a little bit and go in protect mode and make sure all is well. Isn't that interesting, though? The things I think of sometimes, and, you know, what did we do without Google? Before we had Google, we had to go find books for the answer. That's not a bad thing, but, you know, it's so quick. It's so easy. All right, let's go to... I'm spinning on the Roberta this morning, and I'm spinning the second bobbin of the white merino, as you can see. So let's go ahead and get that going. I will say, since I'm not competing in any of the cyber fiber teams, you know, or for any of the prizes in any of the groups for the Turtle Fleece, it has made me less stressed, of course, but I'm also very much not getting totals of what I've spun, and in many, I like that, right? I like knowing how much everything is and all that, and I'm not bothering with it. That information generally gets, you know, batch recorded as I finish up with the skein, wash it, and make sure it's in Ravelry. And that information gets put in Ravelry because I want the yardage and source of fiber and all that, along with the tag that has it on there, that's on the skein. But I don't do any tallying. You know, this is how much I spun this year. I did last year go through all my notes, and any skein that I could find I wrote down, and I tallied it up for the year. I don't remember what it was, but I also think I was participating in more events. We have other events. If it's an Olympic year, there's always events during the Olympics. There is, or was, something called Spinzilla the first week of October that I don't think exists anymore, but it was see how much you can spin in a week. Trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's probably about it as far as spinning events. And then, of course, there are other for knitting and that sort of thing. Oh, shoot. I was going to make my grocery list before I got online. I forgot. We said we'd go for groceries after. Well, I have a list started, but I don't have a complete list, which I need it written down and in front of me when I'm walking around the grocery store. I don't remember stuff if I don't do it that way. We have a beautiful day. They were saying on the weather today, the first weekend with no rain forecasted since Father's Day, last June. We have been having a consistent stretch of rain on the weekends. Pokemon's name reminds me of Parcheesi. It's one game I used to play. We don't actually have the board game for. Well, hello, AMA. It's so good to see you. Welcome. Long time no see. How's life been? Life is okay right now. Me too. Enjoying summer. It's summer for us. Should be for you too, if I remember right. You're living, things have been busy, generally. We do more outside work this time of year. Oh, you have time off right now. Oh, vacation. That's wonderful. Will you travel any or just chill out at home? We will be traveling a little bit, about 10, with over about 10 days, but it's not really a vacation. We're going down to check my mom's home in Florida, so let's go down there and spend some time down there. You did a little bit of traveling? I am spinning merino wool this morning. One bobbin's done. This is the second one. It's very soft. Pokemon. You can do poke catch, exclamation point, poke catch, like that. And it will tell you then you have 90 seconds, and it'll tell you after that. These Pokemon accumulate in your Twitch. You have to put it on your Twitch page, you know, where you go to Twitch and have a page. And I don't know where else they're displayed. People that do it on their phone tell me that it's displayed differently, so it depends on what your device you're on. I'm on a desktop computer, so I have to use the regular website through the internet to see it. But it's just a way of playing Pokemon, catching the Pokemon. On my phone, I use an app called Pokemon Go, and it's kind of fun because if I travel and catch one, it'll say where, I caught it. So sometimes if I go through that, I have some memories of the travel that I did. But anybody in chat that sees it can try, but it only is good for 90 seconds. And it escaped. Oh, I remember you talking about the geocaching. Yeah. I always thought that was really cool too. Just, find the spot. That is a cool concept. A very modern day treasure hunt in many ways, even though it's not really treasure. And stream stickers is also works real well on phones. Oops, I'm trying to do something here. There's over on the visual screen where you see me, there's if you hover, you'll find a little red heart. That's what it's talking about. When it says learn how, you click on that red heart. Most stickers cost some bits. There is one free one that I put in there so that everybody could try it without spending any money. Most of them are like 15, 20, 25 bits, not much. Yeah, and you get the message from them, or yeah, that is cool too. That's the other way around. I didn't think about that. The other way to do it. Nothing better than, 1 to 15 emails you get a day from people that found them. Really? How interesting. I never realized lots of people are doing it then. Okay, so, there's such a thing as postcard exchange, where this, I think it's a website, but you get assigned, it's called cross posting, and you get assigned when you go in and say, I want to send a postcard, you get assigned somebody else who has signed up. You send them a postcard, and I can't remember if they send you a postcard or if you know they're matched with somebody else. I don't remember exactly, but the ultimate outcome is that you get the postcards from all over the world in your mailbox, which is fun, you know, way more fun than just bills. I did it for a while. I couldn't really keep up with staying on the website and saying, you know, I got the postcard, I want a postcard, and all that. I just kind of lost interest in doing that, so I did that quite a few years ago. I think it's probably still doing it, though. Cat's asleep on the bed over there. It's funny how cats will find different places to sleep. And they'll sleep there a couple days and then they'll find another place to sleep. Also, I have two things laid out for him. One's a knitted bed and the other's a blanket folded up, and he is ignoring both of them and sleeping on the bedspread. Typical cat. White's pretty boring to spin. I miss all my pretty colors. That's nice fiber. I'm going to be using this and black, 2 bobbins of black, to experiment with different plyings and what the yarn looks like with the interaction between the black and white with the different plyings. So it's a little spinning experiment. Hello, Holly. Good morning to you. Feels like a short night since I was on last night. Just tomorrow left in the Tour de Fleece. Next week I'll be back to my 3 days a week schedule. Look, this is all I have left of my white. I'm getting there. Oh, it's kind of a messy bunch of top here. It's early for you, Holly. Just getting started with your coffee this morning, I imagine. About 8:30. You had a rough night, so you gave yourself permission to lay in bed for a little while. Aw, your kitty William's holding down the bed, so what could you do? William! I've never heard you talk about your cat. Yep. Mine's asleep over on the bed behind me here. The other morning I slept until about 9:30. That was Thursday because I knew I was going to stream in the evening and stream at the 10 to 12 like I've been streaming for the Tour de Fleece. But anyway, yeah, that just felt really unusual to stay in bed that long. Sometimes I can do it. Oh, good morning, Guitar Nut. Sometimes I can do, sleep real late in the winter, but not so much in the summer. I'm very light oriented. The daylight comes up, I usually have to get up. You actually have 5 cats? Yeah. The most I ever had inside the house was 3. We traveled, we moved, but when we moved, we drove. The moving van moved our stuff, and we drove cross country from here to California, and then about 4 years later, from California back to here. Actually, it was Ohio to California, and then California to here in Kentucky. So, in those trips, we had 3 cats, and we had them in the car traveling with us, out of cages. My daughter had the entire back seat, and she was always laying down, and she always had about 2 of the cats sleeping on her. The third was always up front, trying to sit in the driver's lap. I'll tell you that that was a black cat that I had. His name was Mishkin, and he just kept insisting that was where he needed to sit, right? And it was like, really, you're in the way. Go sit over on that lap. But it was a fun experience in many ways. So, Twitch is doing okay. I was out there last evening. She was on our lap. She's such a lap cat. And she was sitting on my lap for a while. So, she's just all back to being a pet cat, I guess. She's got her trim figure back, and just back to normal, unfortunately. I was talking to my brother last night. He's got 2 cats that they tried to blend him and his wife. When it never worked. They have kept those cats apart the entire time they first were married and got together. 2 separate areas of the house. It never worked. But when I had the 3, they all, I don't know, I don't remember having any trouble in bringing the young ones in, so it just worked. I'm sure it depends on the cats. Yeah, thank you for the sticker. I was telling AMA, there was a viewer on earlier about you, Holly, and always being the one putting the stickers on. I love my bunny with his coffee cup. How your bunnies doing, Guitar Nut? I assume everybody's all right. Um, we have a really cool morning. I mean, it finally has cooled down. We had a cold front go through. I would think that maybe you might have got a piece of that. I don't know. But Holly, the what I was um, alluding to is the fact Twitch is a porch cat. I don't know if you've caught that or in past streams or not, but it does not come inside. It's a little female that just recently lost a litter of kittens. Um, we don't know how or why because she didn't have them anywhere in our site, but we do know that she doesn't have kittens anymore. So anyway, she desperately wants to come into the house, and she loves us as people. When we're on the porch, sits in our lap and meows, sleeps so that she can watch in the window of the door, the front door. Comes running if the door is ever open. She really wants to be an inside cat, and I most certainly would. But as soon as she and our indoor cats see each other, they're just hissing. So, if I could rig up a solid door between the kitchen and the rest of the house, I could put her in the kitchen. I thought about baby gates, and I know they would see each other through that, but I think they'd just jump over it and get after each other. So, at this point, I'm not trying to bring her in, but I am real worried about wintertime. We have a garage that she could be in that's enclosed. We, of course, have 3 barns, but, she seems so house-oriented. The garage would probably work better. Oh, my goodness. Yesterday, the car said 101. Yeah. The bunnies are doing good. That's good. That's good. Let's see. You're planning on sharing them? Okay, they don't seem to be wanting to throw the coat, so and it's getting hot. Yeah, you have to cut it sometimes. I agree. I think I seem to remember that they would molt, uh, real early in the year. Sometimes I thought they were molding before it wasn't warm enough, but then they wouldn't molt after that, and grow a winter coat. Yeah, I never raised English. I raised French and satin. The satins never threw their coat. I always had to cut the satin. They do not naturally molt. Their fur is a lot shorter in length than all the other breeds, and I think that's a genetic thing where they're not going to lose that fur. Maybe a type of screen door. Well, that's a possibility. Um, where they can see each other. I know any kind of suggestion I make, hubby's just gonna look at me and like, no, can't do that. Don't know. Now, I've not seen the yellow tom for almost 2 weeks now, so I don't know if something happened. That we always thought he was a sibling of Twitch, but he's not friendly. Anyway, I'm counting the weeks, and I'm going to take her in and get her neutered. And that might make a difference too, I don't know. First I thought Newman and Twitch weren't getting along because they were both male. Newman being neutered, but turns out Twitch is female. That blew that theory. Oh, okay. I just read your Discord. Um, Thank you for answering my question, Guitar Nut. I wasn't going to assume one way or another. I loved that music video. I'm glad you put it in the Discord. I love both of them. I'm trying to think. I have a number of acoustic guitar CDs, but to be honest with you, I can't tell you. The music is more what I guess they call classical guitar, acoustic guitar music, because I know it's not bluegrass. I'm just you play that guitar, both in that video, but you play that guitar, both of you, just fantastically. I'm always so impressed by people that can play guitar. Um, so well. Yeah, that Kenny Smith album is so good. He's really a hero. Yeah. Um, I listened to one song. Is that a whole album? I didn't really pay attention. I listened to one song to get the style, to understand that it was the same kind of music. But is there more than one song there? Anyway, I agree with you. Fantastic. It's a whole album. Okay. Well, thank you. Okay, we seem to be at the end of our music, but not the end of our spinning here, so let's get some more music. Stream's going slow this morning. I must be anxious to get up and get going or something. I don't know. It's only been an hour. I have the pink silk. I'm going to apply that after I get this done. Tomorrow I'm going to mess with the ply, experiment with the black and white, which probably what will happen is then after I get it done, I'll have to take it off and try and get some pictures of the different ideas I have for the plying and what it looks like. I'm going to try and make 2 skeins, and I don't know exactly how much, but generally, go for like half of the bobbin's worth. And the ones, hopefully the skeins will be over 2 ounces, so I can enter 1 skein in the fair and take the second skein and knit a swatch so I can see the effect of the plying for how it looks knitted up. All of this I'm calling my black and white study. And if I was podcasting, I'd be talking about it. When it's that kind of experiment, it's pretty easy to put it all into words. It's not something that I need to show as much as sometimes when I was doing podcasting, the words didn't seem enough. I was like, oh man, wish I had a way to show you this. Now I have a way to show it, but I'm not always capable because of camera limitations. Like skirting a fleece, sometimes I did do it in here in front of these cameras, but other things, my drum carder, combing, I can do in here, but not my drum carder. So yeah, there's limitations to both, seems like. Yes, I am going to apply it on the Aura. So that I can stop and start and control the. I need to go real slow to chain fly to begin with. Yeah, big plus for a treadle wheel. Absolutely. Because, you know, when you're making yarn, you need way more twist than when you're plying yarn. You don't need as much twist when you're plying. You just need a balance. This merino is so nice to spin. I mean, just smooth and soft. It's really wonderful. Juice clouds. Where did they come up with these names? caught the other piece that I had pulled off here. I'm starting to spin it too. I wondered why it was acting like there were two sections to it. Actually, I said I was gonna do a second skein and knit a swatch. In truth, I want to knit a scarf, or a small triangle that tucks around your neck. I looked at those patterns yesterday. Found a couple that seemed to have 3 sections that I thought, but that means if I'm going to do that, I need to I'm going to do that anyway. Spin all of the sections together, one after the other. Then they'd knit up in order like that. The one section will be the 4 strands just plied together as they come up. I consider that a non-textured stitch, and then the cabled is more textured, and then the double cabled would be even more textured. And I say texture, but I might mean, thicker. It's just definitely going to be different section of knitting. Obviously different section of knitting. That music sounds like a phone ringing. Or a timer going off. It'd be really cool if I made the scarf and I had leftover. I actually have a small ball of the black left, and I know I have more of this white. It's upstairs, and the fringe would be black and white. Just ply black and white and white, and make the fringe black and white. I could just see this scarf, but I don't know how the plied areas will look in knitting. I can't see that part. That's why I'm doing it, because I like seeing the results of, it's like when you do a barber pole yarn, so you have very dark and very light together, and it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting, but it's not real exciting as yarn, and then you knit it, and you get this twisting of the colors around each other, right? And it looks really good. I just hit the speed button. That's not good. I don't know if I left a big enough opening for the cat to get it. There he goes. They're so flexible and collapsible. Anyway, he got through. I'm trying to type one-handed guitar nut. It's not going well. I don't want to put my fiber down. What is this music doing? Hopefully fading. That got a little monotonous. That music. Alright. We're almost done here. 1.5 more strips. can't type hunt and peck. I had, I think, 2 years of typing in high school. Maybe only one. I just, once I went through that, it's like I cannot type any other way. You know what throws me is on the TV. Um, on Prime, or when you're on other subscription channels, not just watching the local regular TV, and you want to do a search, you go into the search box and it brings up a thing that you select a keyboard, but you're selecting it with your cursor, right? And they don't have that keyboard set up the same way as a regular typing keyboard. I don't know why. I guess there's different keyboard formats, and some might be considered for internet, computer, or whatever. Anyway, drives me crazy because where's the P? Where's the P? Why is the P in the middle of the keyboard? Or the middle of the line? So, yeah. I've been watching the Tour de France on Peacock. I'm only halfway through. I don't know if they're going. Used to be all the other years I recorded it. It was carried on USA or some network that I had, and I could put it on my DVD. And so I got into the habit of not watching it the same day, because it was always recorded. Now I didn't record it this year, so I am going to make sure I watch tomorrow's. Hopefully, but it's on. It's streaming on Peacock, and I don't know how long they're going to keep it on there after the tour's over. All the different, days, stages. They call them stages. All the different stages. I've watched up through 10. Well, that's only halfway, really. All right. I'll take a quick peek on the floor. Make sure I haven't left any down there. That should be all of the black and all of the white spun. I don't see any. Now I can plug my AeroGarden back in. Go back to using my Aura. Well, hello, Newman. You decide to get up? cat just walked out and he just walked right over the treadle of the Ara. Now, I'll fix the camera for this. That's not doing it at all. There we go. That's better. You know, I have this new, and it has tensioning wire that is just driving me crazy. Okay, so you probably can't, oh, well, you can't see anything because cameras. Okay, so this is a knob, this is fishing line, and it's hooked over here. You're supposed to put that over your, I don't use tensioning when I'm, and what I can't do, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Instead of twisting the peg in the hole, I wanted to wind this around and get rid of all of this fishing line hanging around. That works. I got it now. That works good. What are you doing back there? Get out of there. There's nothing back there for you. Looking for pink. Pink silk. Where are you? There's one. Uh-oh, am I going to have trouble finding my end? I think I am. Uh-oh. There it is. He's underneath the desk, back amongst the million cords. He's liable to shut my stream off. He's just walking back and forth from the door. He goes and looks out the door, and then he comes over and rubs against me, and then he looks out the door. Alright, how we look? There we go. Pretty good. Okay, got fuzzies everywhere, but that should do it. Now let's see if it's going to dry in. This is going into the fair. I am hoping that it's going to be reasonable enough looking. Newman is perched. I mean, he's on the floor right behind where the door opening is. I don't know if he thinks another cat's going to come in through there or not. I can't tell. I mean, I would think they know that if they can't get in and out, other cats can't get in her. But I don't know. Maybe it's just an instinct to keep watch. Maybe my cat is getting paranoid in his old age. This reminds me of decorative cording that you get. Like gold tassels, whatever that is made out of. I like the new Lazy Cape, but I've discovered that it does not do well to try and pull the yarn upward. I have the two different styles of Lazy Cape. You know, when the posts are upright and when the posts are horizontal. So it works. I just have to have the new one on a table beside me so it feeds off to the side. I am happy with how it's plying together. It's thinner than I expected. Not bad. Let's see if I can pull some out here. Can't get all that close to the camera. Yeah. And if I show down here, it's just totally balanced. So that's another thing that I'm happy about. I'm getting the speed right. The pull in right. The only thing I really have to watch for is it wants on the single, there's areas that want to crinkle up. So I'm putting a lot of tension on this backhand, pulling it out. Make sure I don't have any ridges in the yarn. How are you doing on your fair entries? Chris, your fair's later, isn't it? October or something like that? Is your sweater that you're knitting hand spun, or is that commercial yarn? Are you going to enter that? You got all your plying done? Good. You did say something about that yesterday, but I guess I didn't put the two together. That was, you'll be using it for the fair. It was not, but you, oh, you did. Oh, good for you. This is so shiny. I have one yarn I need to skein off. I haven't sat down and done that yet. I'll need to skein this off. So that's 2 yarns. But this is the only one for the fair. The other one was just fiber I wanted to spin up. I think, anyway. Okay, thank you. Oh, very nice. That looks so comfy. Your color scheme from the tour, I mean, it's just like perfect for a project. I love the muted, I love those muted colors. That's pretty yarn. Very, very pretty. Okay, posting are you on the Cyberfiber too? Discord? I appreciate that. That's good work. That real good work. I wonder if JK's gonna stream. I think probably more in the afternoon. But I'm gonna go check here in a little bit. See who's streaming. I have a great big unspun area here that I'm cutting out. don't unwrap. Gosh. Now this is unspinning. Gosh. Doesn't want to hold the twist at all. That's not good. I may have to pull out. I may have to cut and do both. Let's see here. The music got so quiet. I can't hear it at all. Rigged. All right, let's see. This is going good, but it's going to take a little while. Rug Knitter's on. Hmm. Sorry, she's on ads. I'm checking her out. Let's see what she's up to. And moving my wheel and everything.
I'm not. I
All
I have
right.
just enough smarts to,
This
figure
will go
things,
Raid Road.
but I enjoy it. And my poor husband gets so confused.
Oh, I don't want to pause. Oh, and it went back to the ad? Why did it go back to the ad? Oh, goodness. All right. I'm going to go because I want to go get my weekend started. Nah, we got to get groceries. I got to eat. All that. All that. So, we're going to raid. And it's Rogue Knitter. And I will stream tomorrow at my regular time, which is 3 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. So, that's it. Thank you all for hanging around for me. And it was good to talk to everybody. I appreciate you coming by. Let's see here. Raid call if you want it. And yeah, I spelled it right. All right. Take care, everybody. See you over there. It's counting down. Here we go. Bye.